Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to DCS once again. Got the wobbly camera and the awful camera controls that DCS have. Something that they're not going to fix anytime soon. But we're here in the new Afghanistan map as well, which is currently available in early access. We've got southern Afghanistan, and currently we find ourselves at the wonderful Camp Bastion. So a very warm welcome to all of you, wherever you are in the world. I hope you're looking forward to it today. Here it is. The MIGHTY Chinook, now available in early access as well, the DCS. Super excited about this. We've got Nighthawk over there as well that's joining us for today, which is super cool. And look at this. Just move the camera in a bit. How stunning is this, right? It's wonderful. There's a freeware Royal Air Force paint scheme on the DCS forums. And it was an absolute workhorse in Afghanistan and Iraq for Telek and Herrick. Look at that. It's just stunning, isn't it? So today we're in a Through The Inferno map, and we're going to be testing our metal within... Cargo looks great. Look at that. Hello. Within southern Afghanistan, trying to do some Kazovacs and various other things, and we'll see how long we survive. We're a bit of a sitting duck, really, but beautiful, right? Commentator, good afternoon. David, good afternoon as well. Zata, welcome, matey. David says, tempted by the Afghan map, lots of things to do for the A10, but he'd have to fly more DCS. Do it. Look at these rotor deflections. We do yaw as well. Oh, look at that. Maybe from a different camera view. See that? I can't remember the Miltech Chinook, but I don't know if it has that. And here's the flight deck. Much more modern inside here. It's got the modern glass cockpit avionics suite. And just generally all round a lot better than the one in Microsoft Flight Simulator, which of course is not a military thing. 27 degrees. Lovely. So, first up, we're going to be heading south out of Bastion. We're in the heliport over there with Nighthawk as well. If anyone wants to join us, by the way, feel free. We're in the Through The Inferno server with the, I think it's the US one. You'll see myself, British Avgeeks, the username, and Nighthawk 1867 in there as well. We're going to head south past Lakshgar down towards this, which is currently an active mission. So we've got Dodge 5-1 and 5-2 overhead. And we're going to try and deploy some troops to this here field, if all goes well, in support of these folks who are getting obliterated at the moment. So it's a bit of a weird limiting one. I have found a very good DCS server for the Chinook, actually, it has to be said. We've also got Kazovac 21 here, which has got Wounded Soldier. In fact, that's quite close. So let's do that first. Let's go rescue some Kazovac. He's only 20 nautical miles away. In all likelihood, they're under some sort of contact as well. Something to bear in mind there. And we don't have a gunner, unfortunately. Co-pilot's view. Very nice. And then we've got a flight engineer's view. And then we've got the gunner kind of wingman door station views as well. Here you go. Lovely job. And then we've got the rear gunner. So eventually there's going to be a rear gun added into this bad boy, which is going to be very exciting. Ancient Dino, welcome. Zata says, does it bounce up and down? We'll find out. I have broke it a few times. APU's already on. So let's get the walker started, shall we? I've done some tutorials to help people get started with this. Power transfer's on. Backup power is online. That's good. Let's go. Emergency exit lights are already armed. So, beacon lights. Boink. On. Set up a whole load of keybinds for this. Ground control levers to ground. I'll do one at a time. That's all good. We've acknowledged that. That's safe and on standby. Right. Let's turn the music off. We've got some better tunes about to start in the mighty Walker noise. Right, here we go. Engine 1 starts. What have we got here? Let's go. Inst. NG's rising 10. 15, there go the rotors. Look at this. I love this helicopter. It's one of my favourites of all time. And now it's great it's in DCS. I'm buzzing about this. I know these streams aren't the most popular of streams, sadly. But nevertheless, I think they're bloody great, this helicopter in DCS. 2. $15. Oh, crossfeed. Naughty me. Go again, 2. I knew I forgot something. I was getting all excited about starting the stream. 15. No, that was 13. Let's just zoom in so we can actually see. It's poor starter motor. There we go. Ah, no. Oh yeah, that would help, wouldn't it? Ground control, leave it to run. I'm getting so distracted. Okay, start 2. You guys are going to be wetting yourselves. I've done hours in this already. I can't believe I just forgot that. There we go. Head to NG's rising. Stupid me. This thing as well, it can fly for hours. Okay, 1 and 2 look good. Pop generator on for 1. Flight. Start spinning it. 2. Flight. Gen 2's on. That's good. Okay, tanks. All online. That's good. Crossfeed closed. Working down. Power transfer 2 and 1 offline. APU off. Alrighty, so we've already done the control checks prior to start, really important, because if we were doing it now it'd be a bit messy. We need steering set to steer, like so. That's good, AFCS both, otherwise we're going to find it very difficult to take off. And let's see. We're going to load some ground crew. So on the top now I've opened the menu, CTLD. We'll do search and rescue first. So what do we got? Yeah, 38 kilometres. Sergeant Harper, 277 at 66 for the bullseye. So that's him over there in here. What I might do is bolster that with some troops. So we're going to go F10, F4, troop transport, and we'll just load a standard group F3 like so. So we've got some troops in the back. Unfortunately, as you can see, they're not actually animated, but it is what it is. And I can have a little look at the ground crew menu just to see if we got anything here. So some of the servers will have cargo that you spawn loadable via that menu. We might have a look at that later on potentially. We're in this beautiful Rex's Royal Air Force livery. Right, parking brake off. There we go, it is off. And a little bit on the thrust control lever to get us rolling. Dab of the brakes. And it's important we don't use the rudder pedals for yaw in this. So at the minute I've got a keybind set to the steering control down there, which I've showed off in the video that I've done recently. A little bit more power. Because the rotors on this anyway are kind of canted forwards, aren't they? So you're getting a bit of forward pitch anyway. And we're just using the steering wheel there to steer the helicopter like so. It's a bit odd, takes a while to get used to in itself, but I think it's bloody brilliant. Look at this. Oh hey! Just taxiing out. I've got the ramp open. Whoops. Let's close that, shall we? Now, this is where it gets a bit fiddly now. Because I think I've got to go down that way. Yes. And I'm getting distracted. Trying to sort out the ramp. There we go. You can see it coming up now. My goodness. A little bit more power to support the turn. You don't want to turn it too sharply, because otherwise you find that actually it stops turning. But you do need power. Too much though, and you'll find you're lifting up. Where's this? Is my Toby eye tracker, but I'm using Face Track No IR, I think it's called.
Best traffic hog, Dust 2-1, taking active runway 01.
Let's see if my comms are working. Fast in traffic, contact 2121, ready check. That'll be a no. So this little part of Camp Bastion is the heliport, which is great because it means we've got our own little runway to use. We don't need to share it with the jets. I'm going to keep a little bit of momentum up here. Approach is clear. A little bit of brakes just to dab us into the right turn. Kazakhstan 7's now active. My goodness, they're getting hurt everywhere. Bastion traffic, Pontiac 121's outbound Bastion direct Kazakhstan 21. Okay, so we've just put it on the brakes a second.
Bastion traffic, Dust 2-1, cleared active runway 01.
That's good. We've recentered and locked the steering column. That's looking pretty swish. That's on safe. Overhead looks good. Don't need the cargo hook. So currently we've got the beacon lights on, which you can see. Let's see. There we go, look at that. And then we're going to go pressing that CD release button that I mentioned, holding on the brakes, and increasing the power to support flight. A little bit of roll and yaw with the wind as we start to lift off. Gently forwards, holding the CD release button, 5 degrees nose down, increasing the power as we need, and then now we're high enough. What was the direction that we needed to go? 116 for 20. Up we go. Bastion 121's airborne south. Already getting a little bit of slip. Got to sort that out. Takes a bit of getting used to as well. And bear in mind, I've been flying this a fair bit, but where we go out of Bastion. So as we get closer to this guy, we need to request signal flares and all this sort of stuff, and this is the element of DCS that I'd not been able to experience before. You know, sitting up 30,000-40,000 feet up there, buzzing around in my FA-18. This is a very different experience now, and actually you can get a bit of an appreciation for the southern Afghan part of the Afghanistan map that's not so much in early access like the rest of the map is. Tusk 2-1's heading out on the A10 by the looks of it, but potentially not towards our Kazakhstan. So we can expect some entry into contact, and that's where I then struggle in this, because without any support we're properly sitting ducks. And we're going to turn the anti-collision lights off. my keybind. Sounds great, doesn't it, folks? What do you think? Those of you watching in the chat today. So reciprocal heading is going to be 300 on the way back. Pretty much. And what I've got is a tiny little bit, look at that, just a tiny little bit of left rudder just to keep us stable today. All the while looking out and around for any tracer rounds and things like that. Nighthawk says his Chinook is so loud. It is, isn't it? Obviously I've turned down the sheer volume of this in the output for the stream. Vaughn, hello buddy. It's called SRS French Toast. Yeah, look at this. Not bad, is it, for DCS? If we get to within 8 kilometres, we'll be able to then request a signal flare from that sergeant on the ground, which will help us in identifying his location. The instructions in the briefing on this server say you just hover above and then you collect him. Perhaps that's where I've been going wrong, because I've been kind of landing in the area around them instead. But I'll try to hover first, we'll see what happens. Today I have found issues with this. I found bizarrely that as I enter into a hover transition, every time now on the descent I lose power to the rotors. And I basically then just plonk out of the sky, and I don't really know why, because nothing's changed. I'm flying it the same way as I did on its release, but I'm finding it very difficult to hover into land all of a sudden, so I can't work that out really. I mean, we could fly a lot higher, of course, if we wanted to. Might give us a bit more of a opportunity to see the tracer rounds inbound and swerve to avoid them, and that's where this is great, because we're doing 140 knots, and if we suddenly see a burst of red towards us with some tracer rounds, wow, that reminds me, I haven't got RWR on. Hopefully you folks can hear that. Good. Big old canal system there. At some point soon they will bring out, just get this steady a little bit, support for the gunner here, which would just be epic. Imagine sitting in DCS being flown around by, for example, me, and then you're sat in the kind of side gunner position. The fun that can be had. Getting pretty quick there, just take a bit of that speed away. For those of you with the Chinook, what do you think of it so far? Have you encountered any kind of immersion breaking bugs? Are you finding it quite frustrating? Those of you with the Microsoft Flight Simulator Chinook from Miltech Simulations, how does it look from your point of view as well? Because one of the biggest criticisms of the Miltech Simulations Chinook for the Microsoft Flight Simulator was that it didn't have the modern avionics suite that all the Chinooks around the world being operated by Western forces have. They've got a system more akin to this with MFDs and things. The one that Miltech Simulations have provided us in Microsoft Flight Simulator is Steam Gauge. Getting a wee bit closer now, so the altitude will help us. What I need to do is go to F10 other CSAF combat search and rescue, request a signal flare. No pilots within 8 kilometers. X-Trident did quite a nice one for X-Plane as well, Wes says. I don't know enough to compare them though, he says in the chat there. And Nighthawk says he likes the Steam Gauge Chinook in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yeah, it's nice to have an older one, isn't it? But at the same time, I think they need to hurry and provide something a bit more modern like this. He's going to be down there somewhere. So you can enable Bob, which should support forward flight like this. This is like an autopilot system. It's work in progress and quite rudimental at the moment, as you can see. Sergeant Harbour, 350 ADF, 5 kilometres signal at our 10 over there. So disable Bob. Looking for the flare on our 10, which should be now on our 12 approximately. Should be a blue flare. And we're also now looking out for tracer rounds that are coming in, because if we start to get engaged, then we've got to bug out and get away. Says close. Sergeant Harper, I hear you. He says, damn that thing's land or hover by the smoke, he says. Have you guys got contact of it? Ah, there he is. So, I'm not going to rush in to this. One of the biggest things I've found recently, flying this over the last few days, is, I mean, we've already got a nice identifiable location, haven't we, look, to land. But are we being engaged by anything in the vicinity? And in fairness, currently it doesn't look like we are from this distance. We're also using this as an opportunity to get rid of some of the speed. I'm going to use that bit of a dirt track there, that road area, to come in. So we could do rolling touchdowns, we could do hover touchdowns and all the rest of it as well. These are all different things to consider when we're flying this helicopter. I get these fly over the all over the time over my house, and it's just ruddy brilliant. Quick check again for any tracer rounds. This is where we'd have, if we had close air support with an Apache or something, it would be perfect for us. 90 knots. Still bringing it down. Like, you need eyes in the back of the head, you need eyes in the side of the helicopter. To be fair, actually, land or hover at the smoke, he says. So this is where sometimes it goes a bit wrong for me. Like now, actually, look. I'm demanding more power. What the heck? And all of a sudden, I get no power. I don't understand it. How are you getting on, Nighthawk? He's airborne. That's bloody frustrating when that happens. Right, anyway, you get to see a cold and dark startup. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. APU. Beacon. APU gen. Inst. Crossfeed. Emergency exit lights. Working down. Power transfer. Backup power. Comment says what happens. You tell me. You guys are watching. Literally nothing. It's almost like we had no power to the helicopter all of a sudden. If I just go to the controls, you can see access controls. There we go. I've got my flight control collective. And it's almost like it just didn't want to do anything. So, a bit weird. Eating hoist input. LCAP. One. Right, we go back again. 15. In fact, I'm gonna depart from here straight away.
Fixed wing, 2 o'clock, searching. Fixed wing, 2 o'clock, searching. Fixed wing, 2 o'clock, searching.
$15. That's good. Whack generators on. Power transfer switches off. APU off. Ready. Right, let's try again. Chuffing. Dead frustrating, isn't it? Part brake off. And we just want to go from here. 116 for 20. Oh, you know what I've forgotten? AFCS. Look at the difference now in the flight model. Get it back on both. Stabilised. Okay, let's go again. We need that set to arm again. Both. That's good. RWR's active. Way over the C-130s. Approach path for not obstructing. VRX, by the way, I wasn't sure what it was, so I've googled it, what Wes is on about. Vortex ring state. It's a dangerous aerodynamic condition that may arise in helicopter flight when the vortex ring system engulfs its own rotor blades. Let me just focus on this flight here. So that's what Wes is referring to there. But it's odd because the first couple of days I wasn't experiencing it. All of a sudden, I'm now, even then, descent then into that Kazovac was quite smooth, I thought. What do you guys think that as well? And all of a sudden, it's like we just fell out the sky. You do have to have a gradual transition, which is what we were trying to do. But it is what it is. Let's hope Sergeant Harper's still breathing. Unlikely. especially if it was like 6 attempts later we're trying to Kazovac him. I should probably call for someone else to do it for me. Oh, you know what I bloody forgot? Chuffing we're in the dirty US Army one. So one thing that I find disappointing with this is you only get 2 liveries. And they're both US Army. You think, come on, maybe, surely, we've got to have something else. If they want to attract Brits, for example, into DCS, get some Royal Air Force paint schemes already. Yeah, but this is the thing though, I said to the developers Nighthawk in a content creator chat that I've been graciously added into actually by Eagle Dynamics, that it's disappointing that it's been in early access and a lot of us have been enjoying, well, kind of the excitement of looking forward to flying this and getting it in DCS. This to me is one of those big releases that I've been looking out for the most, and I found it a bit frustrating that all of a sudden there's only 2 liveries. You think a livery wouldn't take them that much time to paint, would it? They could have done like a couple of Royal Air Force ones. So some of the Chinooks based at Oldham or Benson, whatever, and that would have been a nice little nod to, you know, almost thank people for the patience that they've had. Special tunes for today, commentator. Got a rock playlist basically for DCS stuff. By the way, all of these work as well, those circuit breakers, so you can pop CBs, and not sure if they actually have modelled the failures yet, but I don't fancy finding out. And we can bypass the flare system to give some sweet, sweet flares. Woo! Better turn the beacon light off actually as well. Don't want to make it too obvious we're on our way. So we should now, let's see, F10, combat search and our rescue, request signal flare, no pilots within 8. That's fine, I remember going over the canal earlier. Getting deja vu. Kazovac 23. Oh my goodness, there's 3 of them now. What have they ended up in? Kazovac 23. Okay, that's 21. We're going to 21. I wonder where 23 is. Maybe we can mop them up on the way. Got to try and keep it balanced all the time as well. I mean, you can bring her in really low over the trees. You get this wonderful dust effect as well kicking up, although we won't quite see it in this. We'll try and spot it when we touch down. Ten, 3, 3. Brian, welcome. Yeah, something a bit different, isn't it? Usually in the fixed wing passenger transport, airliner stuff, or the FA-18 on DCS. I've not done that for quite a few months now, have we? But it's something a bit different, isn't it? got to be getting close enough now. F10. 3-3. There we go. Flare up 12. So now I'm just going to get low. Different tack. Right, an epic. Got 6 kilometers though. So I'm going to just leave a bit of speed off, bring that power back a little bit, the thrust control lever. We should have the flare right on our nose. It's about time, isn't it, Wes? It's quite an important factor that has been missing. And also, you get to fly real slow over some epic landscapes. I mean, look at this. Okay, well, you can hear us. The speed hasn't come off. There's the blue smoke. Gently round. Okay, well, we're not getting any contact. But this is like a little bit of a show, actually, of the energy that you end up just kind of fighting in the helicopter, because at the moment 70 knots doesn't really want to descend. It does take a little bit of getting used to, and I'm keeping an eye on the vertical speed indicator as well. Again, I don't want to rush this too much. Drifted quite far away, haven't we? Look. So you need a bit of forward momentum still. One of the big things with this. .40 odd knots. Can't do the special missions. If I was in the FA-18, I would. And if I'm not sure, we'll go around. Who's that that's done that? Whoopsie. There they are. Go for a bit of a roll-on landing. Reel first, and on the brakes. Okay, see if we load him in. Let's go to ground crew. Something's in here, isn't it? The other thing I hate with DCS is this stupid text menu at the top that you've got to work through just to load people in and stuff. No pilots rescued on board. God, you're going to make me drag the ramp all the way over to you. Right, anyway, let's go over to him. Not fancy bringing him over, guys, no? Don't worry. I've already written off one Chinook today. Maybe I'll taxi in between the Humvees there. There's two ways to land the Chinook. You can either do a hover landing, or you can do like a bit of a roll-on landing. Let's get in here. Get out of the way, everybody! Coming through. Gonna have to US the ramp when we get back. Waka waka, freedom. I mean, get to a fart base or ship ASAP. I love how the Kazovac chap can still talk. But yeah, what I wanted to show you folks is this, right? It's a shame we're not in a Royal Air Force livery. Much better. What have we got here? Let's show it. Kind of. Let's get the ramp closed. Look at the... I've just added the power control lever forwards a little bit. And look at what it's doing to the tundra around us. It's really cool. It's almost like a wave effect. It blows out from the helicopter out to a radius of about... well... there. Really smart. And if I want to do rear taxi stuff, which way is it? With AFCS, you can hold the nose wheel back about there, about 2. Oops, too many keybinds. And then you can just increase the power lever. You're going to get a bit of roll and yaw and stuff. But you can do like the taxi on the 2 wheels thing that they do. People will have seen in videos. Takes a bit of a knack to get used to. Right, anyway, what do we got here? Let's put that to lock. That's good. Ramp's closed. We need AFCS back on both. And then it was 300 degrees roughly, wasn't it? So we can draw a line here. Bastion. Bosch 2906 for 20. CD release button. See ya, boys. Look at this. All that dust. Wanted to show you guys that as well. Look at the effect on the ground. So good. Right. We've only gone and done a Kazovac. We've got to deliver him first. We're 1 for 2 on landing so far. See if we can make it 2 for 3. Might do another roll on landing. Right, let's get that power up. We've got 2 troops to Kazovac from 23, I think, next, haven't we? So we'll have to try and locate where that is. Such a formidable helicopter, this. But now it feels like there's a bit of purpose behind it as well, which is great. Is that active? Probably not, don't know. Helmand Province. We'll have to change the livery when we get back. Get the RAF one back on it. second you go into an external view like that, just to appreciate the outside, it ends up doing something that you're not expecting. That would be the F-16s and that mission to the south. I don't think the rotor stuff, the VRS, is quite right. I don't know if it's too severe, I'm not sure, because the other helicopters don't seem to behave like this in DCS. But then I appreciate this is a tandem rotor, so I don't know. But it's very easy to hit that VRS and end up crashing. The mad thing is, I've spent, it was about 2 days or so of just flying, and I was fine every time until today. This morning I've jumped in, done a few flights just to practice, see what servers are online, see what state they're in, and assess which server we'll be joining and using today. And I've pretty much crashed every single time, so I don't really know. Perhaps pilot fatigue more than anything else, in the heat. Who knows? The games, welcome, buddy. Good morning. How are you? Going well on my side, thank you. Have you got the Chinook? What are your thoughts on it so far? What are we? Contact 151. Nighthawk's airborne. We're about to go past him. In fact, I can see him on the nose. Let's see if we can buzz him real close. Famous last words. I'm going to pop that into bypass so we can plop out a load of flares as we go past. So the other day I was in a server with somebody and we're just going back, forth, deploying troops, carrying crates of tanks, all sorts of stuff, and it was great fun. And that was that guy had a username of Derp. There he is. I mean, look at that. Seeing another one in the sky is great, isn't it? I think he's flying away from me now. He's got an A-10 over him. Yeah, it's a bit pants in multiplayer servers, isn't it? I don't know where he's going. There he is. Are you heading south, Nighthawk? Down the river? No, I don't know where he's going. The transition into a kind of landing phase is where I was really confident at, and then today I'm just having an absolute mare with it, Blue Games. So it's, as you probably saw earlier when we crashed the Chinook straight at the start. But I know AFCS is still a bit of a work in progress as well. That probably doesn't help. Is that Bastion? Maybe it is. Skipper, welcome. What do we got that on? It's on normal. Good. There's Bastion. Somebody just departing on the runway there as well. We're going to take the heliport. He's clear. So I need to bring the altitude down, but we also need to bring the speed down. And we're heading over the jets and things. He says he's trying to identify the helicopter runway. Might plonk it on one of those helipads. There she is. About 600 feet AGL at the moment. A bit high. 90 knots is good though. Just going to work it down to about 60. Effectively joining a bit of a pattern here. There's about 15 as well now. Little do they know how bad one of the pilots working the patches at the moment. See if I can do better this time. A bit high. Into the hover. A lot of work going on. Use a bit of speed there, because that was pretty sloppy. So all of, just training, constantly trying. Trying to improve. There we go. Down. Yeehaw! Right, where was Kazovac 21? 23. Was it that one? That's 22. Kazovac 23. Oh, there's 2 wounded down there. Jolly good. That's where we want to go anyway. They've just had a load of contact there. So, let's get a bit bolder now. They're going to go 11. We're going to go F10 selection. F4 for CTLD. We're going to load troop transport, and we're going to load a 23-man group. Why not? And we're going to go and support those folks under contact. Where's that? It's 193 for 20 miles. Fuel's going to be good still. Part brakes, everything's off. That's arm, that's both. Put the beacon light back on again. That's all good. Okay, CD release. What was it? A 193. Basically on the nose. Why don't you use the new route feature? It's very easy to make on the map right now, Skipper says. I haven't tried it, buddy. Is it this one? Waypoint. One of one. Kazovac 23. Add. Oh wow. Use this route on next pawn, it says. Okay, that's pretty clever. So I'm going to go waypoint 1, Camp Bastion. Waypoint 2, Camp Bastion. Waypoint 3, back to Bastion. Does that actually load in here, then? RWR. Is there a way to bring it in? You have to reload aircraft for it to fill. Ah, screw that. That's great to know though, thank you for pointing that out, I didn't know. Okay, CD release button, on lid brakes. Power baby. Into winds, add the power. A couple of 100 feet up, CD released. Let's go. So now we've got 2 troops down here at Kazovac 23 that need rescuing. Let's see if we can keep this this tally going. We get no points for this though, that's the only thing. Yeah, you think they'll be able to implement some sort of route feature where you would be able to do that and then go into the sort of FMS and just be like load new route, saved route 1 or whatever it be called. That'd be a really cool way of doing it, and actually I think that would be very much a welcome feature. I'd like to see the Way support this as well, which is a great add-on for the FA-18 and a few other aeroplanes and helicopters, isn't it? It's a really, really good way of creating a live tool, live waypoint in flight plans and stuff in various aircraft, but it's not a feature that works in all of them, sadly. We do now have a nice yellow line. It's going to take us roughly in that direction. Got to try and just set pitch. Try not to move that too much. Go there, do that, hope I haven't crashed. I could use Bob, which is that, but he just does this wild pitch up manoeuvre, and then I instantly disengage it because I don't like it. So Bob's pretty clunky, and it tries to kill you. Some people have said it works better for them in free flight, or in like a forward flight like this, than it does in kind of a hover transition, but I find it works better for me nearer to the hover. About 40 odd knots it seems to work pretty well. We've got 24 troops in the back as well, so we're going to deliver them whilst collecting 2 for Kazovac. We'll see how that pans out, and if we can maybe have a smoother landing. You know what I forgot to do as well again? God damn it! We're in the wrong livery. I only fly Royal Air Force Chinooks. And that's the other thing I find frustrating. because it just resets everything every time. So you've got to reset your livery, you've got to reset your load. You'd think it'd remember at the very least the livery that you were currently using when you crashed. Oh, this part of the map is lovely, isn't it? Look at this. Oh, just about to let go of the stick then. We do kind of need an Apache really, just kind of flying with us, giving us a bit of close air support. Because we are sitting ducks. Combat outpost in the Helmand River Valley. 15 clicks north of Garmsir is coming to attack. Insurgents have detonated a V-bed at the gate and attacking the COP from both the north and the south. That's over that way somewhere. I did that the other day. It's a really cool mission. It's quite close to where we are though. It's kind of just further south of Lakshgar. Wes says he wish he got this Chinook instead of the Kiowa. Hope the wife doesn't notice and buy it anyway. Yeah, do it. How have you found the Kiowa? Because obviously that's got guns and things, hasn't it? It's quite exciting to do that, and you can flick it around and spray and pray, and then kind of zoom off and all that. Johnny, this is Through The Inferno server. It's a US server as well. Can't remember the precise one, but it's on the Afghanistan map on DCS. Okay, we should be close enough now within range of 10. So F3 for SAR. Request signal flare. No pilots. Still got a bit of a way to go then. Yeah, I can. That's why I've got this map here up instead, Nighthawk, because I find it's easier for me to read the bearing instead on that. I've got to go towards this kind of highway thing over there, I think now. Looking at yeah, looking at this. No pilots within 8 kilometers, which is a weird thing for it to say anyway. Fair enough, Barack. Thank you though. How come you've not got the Afghanistan map? Because it is quite good. I know there's a lot of people that have slated it, but bearing in mind I'm a Microsoft flight simmer more than anything else. So I just dabble. I cheat on the sim with a little bit of craziness at times in DCS. F10. Search and rescue. Yeah, 7 kilometers. F10. F3. There we go. Pop in signal flares at 12. So I just want to get some of the speed and height down already. Because we've got 6 kilometers, but we'll be on him quick at 130 knots. Like you wouldn't believe. I want to get below 100. And we're looking for the smoke. What are we? 236 above ground. Speed's coming down to 100. Can't see any smoke yet. Probably got another couple of kilometers to go though. Don't want to bleed the speed off too much, because if we get engaged from the ground, we need to be able to try and get away. Where are you? There he is. Got him. Oh, I hope this isn't the cop that's under attack. About to find out. James, welcome. If it is, then we won't be surviving this. Unfortunately. 105 knots. Too fast. No, we're good. This isn't the cop. This is a little forward operating base. Letting the nose drop. Come on, it's all on me now.
Fixed wing, 4 o'clock, searching. Fixed wing, 4 o'clock, searching.
Almost got that issue then with the rotor and the descent. We're in the blue! Mission will reset in an hour. Can't see where I'm going. Let's come back around. I feel like I was drifting there. Oh, heavy. Oh! All of a sudden it caught me then. Bit far away, aren't I? Anyway, what we can do is we can... Oh, we don't even need to drop the thing really, actually. We just go F10, CTLD, troop transport unload, and they go bonk all around us. What if we get ground crew here to change the livery? Rearm refuel. Yes! Lovely. Off they go. Proper livery. Not quite sure where they're going to go. Maybe the mess has got a load of food out. Who knows? Copper, welcome. Greetings. Love the Chinook, he says. Love to live it more if you didn't try and kill him when he lands. Yeah, keep practicing. It happens with me as well, matey. Okay, well they're away. What we're going to do now is we've got that set to steer. We need to get across here a little bit. I could hover. Yeah, maybe I should. Maybe I should just fly over rather than be lazy. Let's do a very gentle hover. We'll really kind of test ourselves. Look at the tundra. A couple of feet over the ground. I think we're probably dragging the rear wheels, but I'm fine with that. Look at the dust. Okay, we've got two on board. Miller and Homan. I mean, get to a far base or ship ASAP. What way's that way? Straight in 015. There's Dodge 161. Grizzly's on his way in as well. Lovely. Okay, so 015, wasn't it? CD release. Gently applying power. And away.
Fixed wing, 4 o'clock, searching.
Which one is it? Is it that one? It's that one, isn't it? Yeah. There's a chopper that we're about to go past who's on the nose somewhere. We're going to basically chase this highway. There he is. We're going to go straight past him. Johnny, it is, yeah. Sometimes they just need another lick of paint. So last time, this derp guy I was flying between and kind of bounding between, we would give each other a little bit of flare and chafe to say howdy. Just give him a little burst, just check it's working. There we go, give him another little burst. Oh, it's so good seeing these Chinooks in the servers now. So cool. You can basically just run around doing Kazovacs, or you can try and drop troops into contact as well. There's some of that. I'll have a look at the map in a second to see if we've got anything there. But look how stunning this looks. James, not yet, no, but it will do in the future. It'll have an AI door gunner, apparently, but it is a spawnable position as well, so someone can spawn in and take part. But there's no gun for them to use, sadly. Yeah, you got to get the landing in this just right. A little bit like Goldilocks with the porridge, whatever that little story was. Yeah, they're basically the door waver, Wes. I mean, this has had its criticisms from people on the forums and things like that. People are saying they're disappointed. I think it's really good. What I find frustrating though is on the kind of official videos that we've had from DCS in relation to the Chinook, it was all these really snazzy looking promos of you know, troops walking into the back and being in the rear of the helicopter and things like that. I haven't been able to find out how that actually works myself, and I'm not convinced it does. I've asked the devs 3-4 days ago and they haven't even replied to me. So a little bit of naughty creative marketing perhaps, who knows. It's not great. And it's silly because there is a bit of an argument that certainly DCS is a very US centric sim, isn't it? It's mainly a lot of American folk enjoying it, and then there's also a decent contingents of other people around the world naturally, but just the numbers, the vast numbers, are much greater in the States. But it's the smaller communities like the British DCS folks and things like that as well. They're important, and you've got to try and keep them sweet. So that's why I tried to say the other day that, you know, a Royal Air Force livery wouldn't have gone amiss for an early access. Just as we're really sorry it's a number of months later, here's some extra liveries for your patients for multiple services around the world that operate these wonderful helicopters. And it's just something maybe that would engage people a bit more and make people feel like there's a little bit of finesse to the customer service, perhaps. I don't know. But that's only my personal opinion, as ever. It's a strong one. It always is. You guys know that. You're watching for long enough. Brutally honest in my thoughts. But for an early access helicopter, I am very happy with this. I quite happily just spend hours buzzing around the Afghanistan map in this. Where are you, Bastion? Could have tuned the TACAM, but I've not even bothered. Simon McCabe, welcome. There is there was a ping earlier that said that the server's resetting in an hour as well, which is fine. Usually it's just a little refresh of the server, they'll have to. But what I want to show you, when it does go, we're going to go on to the other server that I mentioned on our Discord server. Is it DCS Derby or Derpy? Something like that. It's pretty cool. You've got to run troops to contact and support the front lines with resupply and all this sort of thing, and it's quite well made. And that server actually has crates that you can load into the rear. So it's just perhaps something they've not configured properly in these servers. Ah, there she is. See the big runway. It's funny, isn't it? 'Cause the higher you are when you go into the hover, when you're coming into land, the harder it is to actually pull off a landing, and you end up getting wrapped up in that kind of adverse rotor wash that then just sucks you to the ground, and you won't survive that, as we've seen at the start today. Peter says, to be honest, we've had the MI heavy lift for so long, and that's been the only heavy lift handling in DCF forever, so to finally have a NATO heavy is levelling the field. Yeah, absolutely. It's very, very welcomed, isn't it? I think it's wonderful. This is the iconic helicopter globally, isn't it? It's like the most famous chopper. That, probably then the Apache as well, in my opinion. Wonderful machines. Fast in traffic, Pontiac 151's keeping to the north, inbound the helipads to Kazavax. There's the chopper's runway. Pop the beacon back on again. Just so people around me have got a reference to see me coming in. They'll hear me. They won't necessarily see me initially unless they're looking in the right direction. 60 knots. Peter, welcome matey. It's bloody brilliant, it is. This is looking a bit better, isn't it, folks? This approach here. Whoop. Sean, good to see you. Practice, 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 practice. Keep it smooth, keep it steady, 20 knots. Oh yeah, baby, on the numbers. Much better. Okay, right, that's 2 of them off. Let's have a quick look at the F10 map, shall we? Because this Chinook's coming in as well. Don't want to be sitting here for too long in his way. Let's get rid of that route tool. So these I think were under combat earlier, but I can't quite remember. Grishk. Oh, there's that active mission actually, isn't there? There. That's the compound that's been hit. So I reckon if I Drop troops into conflict here. About there. So we're looking for that canal that goes through, and then we're looking to put down. So 33 miles, 178 degrees. What are we doing? F10, CTLD. We need 23-man group, F5. Load them up. Whereas, yeah, it's one of those frustrating things, isn't it? It takes a while getting used to, but okay, let's get her up. Oh, look at this. One wrong move and this thing's going to just hurtle out the sky. It's hard doing it in external camera like that. Anyway, CD release button. There goes the Grizzly. It's a shame you can't force change the call signs here either, because the Royal Air Force have got some of the best Chinook call signs going. Oh hey! Oh, I've got to go south. Anti-collision lights off. Ah, they're going to be the F-16s that are overhead near the time, near to the target. So we could, in theory, just follow all the way down to Bost and then just follow the river down, potentially. But we're not going to do that. I could set flight plan coordinates and things as well, but no. We'll just make use of the F10 map out of the Mark 1 eyeball. This is all about resupply and rescue. You can also see there, we've been airborne now for quite a while, haven't we? We've done a couple of runs here and there, and we've got loads of fuel. This thing just flies and flies and flies. This now is going to be an active combat area, so we are probably going to get tracer rounds towards us, or perhaps some surface to air, who knows. We'll see what happens when we get closer. We'll just have to respond accordingly. Operation Purple Darkness complete. We have got a massive amount of time before the server restarts. We'll ride the Amber 160 till then. How's the track? Drifting. Left. The master caution will keep going off as well because they haven't, I'll just go over to here, they haven't modelled the EAPS or the EGIs. So the advisory summaries and the warnings will keep flashing up all the time, but that's because it's kind of recognising they're not working, but they haven't actually put them in yet, which is odd. They may as well just deactivate the master caution for it until it's in, if that makes sense. At least that logically that's how I'd have done it. There it goes again. So we just leave it on the entire time basically. But for early access this is an absolute corker. We've got someone following behind. In his wacka wacka. Getting that little bit of slip going on again. It's very, very hands-on this. I'm not sure what the fuel burn is, James, to be honest. It's so involved I haven't been able to check. got to try and get down to theatre. There's the canal. But actually, we could probably just follow that all the way. God, that was a bit of a panic moment. Keybinds are a nightmare. I mean, you can open the ramp. See if we can do it in the mirror without breaking anything. Oh yeah! Look at that. Mega. But it deactivates the pilot's controls, which is not ideal when you go into that seat at the back. Peter, when we either get down or get back to Bastion, remind me and I'll go into the options to fish it out, because I can't remember off the top of my head. How are you finding this Chinook? Oh, there you go. Left control G, that's a keybind. I've got it set to my WinWing hardware. Okay, we're going well out of kilter here. We'll go that way. Follow the irrigation channels. And then 178. It is kind of going off in that direction over there, to be fair. Is the junction that's on the map? Yeah, you go ramp. Thanks, Blue Games. So I can't get too close to the south. Oh, sorry, to that over there, because there's one of those is the cops. Sorry, it's on the left, isn't it? Over there, it's one of the kind of operating posts that's been obliterated with an active mission at the moment. If I get too close to that, then I'm at massive risk. I did that mission in the FA-18 last week, and really good fun. Obviously, just circling overhead with my targeting pod and things. That's okay. I wonder how many of those we've got nearby. Let's go CSAR. Might be a Medivac, Kazovac coming up here as well. I think I'm right to follow that road a tad. They went over my house the other day, right? I'm not even joking. I'll just show you how close they were. They were like this high, and they came screaming over. If that was my house now, they were like this, over the top. And I was like, what the? Couldn't get a picture quick enough. It was insane. Very, very cool.
Searching.
So we've got some F-16s up over there. They're just kind of flying around. They're not doing very much because they're just AI ones built into the server as part of the mission. Kazovac Blue is basically medevac in this, but Kazavac's how we described it. More so, maybe it's a British thing, I don't know, but casualty evacuation. Just so good, isn't it? Bloody love this thing. Waka waka, wakey wakey. Getting a bit sloppy now, aren't I? See, when you're lower, it's even harder to kind of get in the map because one false move, you'll accidentally let go of the stick and the nose just drops. And the AFCS trim, for me, doesn't seem to do anything. Getting close. See, there we go. I'd barely changed the joystick, or at least I didn't notice I had, and we go back in and all of a sudden we're like pushed down and stuff. Can't see him, but the F-16s are right over the top of us here. We're going to go F-10, search and rescue. I'm going to whack out and request a signal flare, just in case now no one's nearby. Nighthawk's behind. What are you carrying, Nighthawk? So there's a big old junction coming up there, and we'll remember we're looking for that river or the canal that goes through. We're going to identify where we're going to land first, then we're going to kind of keep going, sweep round to go and land around that area. Peter, it's the Through The Inferno server, it's the US one. I'll work it out now using the TAC map as well. Get too close and we'll get shot to pieces. It might actually start to bring us low. There's the canal. Well, it just looks like an irrigation channel actually. So we're in the zone. Very conscious we could get sucked in too close here, so let's get rid of the speed. Looking out for any incoming tracer rounds and things. See how close I dare get to our folks in contact. Still doing 80 knots. I'm literally going to see how close I can get. The cheesy potato, welcome. Because if I can bolster them, Even better. Oh, look at that effect there. Blowing all the oranges everywhere. Keep going. We're probably over this tree line here. Oh, there goes the rear wheels. A bit too low. This is bloody brilliant. Can't do this in an F-18, can we? Come on, lads, where are you? I'm here to help. I've got no rear gunner, but I can kick a load of dust up. We can blind the enemy. I feel like I'm getting a bit too daring. Oh, they're all the way down by those trees, aren't they, I think? Three 30 minutes. Yeah, they've got to be over by them trees. Closer. We're very vulnerable here, so I'll get that speed back up a little bit. I think that's them over there. Whoa-wee. Whoa, we've got tracer rounds coming in. Come on, Hilo. See that? Oh, we're getting hit. Whoa! Jeez! Bear with me, folks. I'm going full Royal Air Force air show. Track this, bad boys. How are we doing? Engines look good. Slipping away. Right, let's get them back into battle. I knew that was too bold. They're over there. So I'm going to plonk our guys behind the trees. And we've got to get back to Bastion to get repaired. No fire in the back. Oh, there's Nighthawk. Get it down. Right, go on people. F10. F4. Troops. Unload, extract. Right, you're lucky to be alive. Now go and take them out. Yeah, no door gunner, unfortunately. We've got search and rescue active in the area. Yeah, no. They'll end up kind of reforming and then getting a bit confused. So we do a quick damage assessment. Oh my goodness. It's like Bravo November all over again. But she can take a good old hit, folks. Jeez. Off they go. Wonder where they're running, if they're going in the right direction. Oh, they are. Good. Go and execute justice, people. Which is weird, because I've got friendlies there. Oh, they're all jeeps. Oh, so they're not even friendlies. So they've been overrun. We'll have to wait here, see what they do, I think. Unless we head back to Bastion. What do you guys reckon? Let me show you, Peter, you were on about the ramp thing, weren't you? Just go into search and go ramp. There we go. Lower ramp fully. Lower ramp to next stage is 72. Ah, chuffing it. Making the right mess of this now. Ramp fully, unloading. That's what I want. Lower ramp to next stage. I want that one. Lower ramp fully. 71. They're still moving forwards. Question is, how bold are they going to be? Where's Nighthawk? There he is. Look at that. Oh, he's got some smoke coming out of him. Get back to Bastion. Oh, so difficult to fly this thing in the external camera. Get back into the flight deck. Look at that. Right mess. How are they getting on? Go on, lads. Look at that. Go get him. How's Nighthawk getting on? There he is. We'll follow him home as he limps back. It does take a little bit of just getting into now and getting my kind of flow and things once again. God, he's going well quick. I hope he's going in the right direction. Let's see if I can form up on him. Engines at peak now. Can't really go any push them any harder. Not with the damage they've got. We can very quickly look. Go into the amber and then the red. Just riding that line now between green and amber. Let's have a quick check to see what the folks are doing that we just dropped off. They're still pushing forwards. Go get him. So if Nighthawk, for example, had another 21 or 24 strong battalion, whatever it was, that group, there would have been 42 and they'd have all pushed forwards towards that objective, which is quite cool. So it gives you a bit of meaning and purpose behind these Chinook operations, which is really quite cool. You obviously don't get anything like this on Microsoft Flight Simulator with the military aeroplanes, so I do think so a lot of the fighter jets in Microsoft Flight Simulator, as fun as they are, just a bit pointless once you've done something like DCS. Just trying to use my energy to my advantage to catch him here. Okay, he's doing well to limp that back. Don't forget we're limping ours back as well. all that damage. Land or hover by the smoke? Not us, is it? F10. Search and rescue. Flare at my 4. Oh my goodness. There's a sudden Kazovac. Didn't expect that. Did he actually ping everyone, or because pinging everybody should be impossible, Ancient Dino? Oh, I can't fly on DCS and manage Discord. Not good. Right, hold on. Let me just focus on this. Howdy, folks. I'm here to save you. Unless this is about to go very wrong, in which case, run away. Hold or hover for 8 seconds to winch them up. Okay, let's do that. Uh-oh. Oh, almost got caught by that ruddy rotor thing again. Alright, let's hover over him then. Attempt to anyway, he says. Such confidence. We get covered in blue smoke. Not going to see a chuffing thing. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes! We've got him. See ya! Lots of power. Lots of pitch down. Captain Chaka, let's get you home. Where's my phone? So now I can't see the live chat. Oh. There we go. I've banned him, Dino. They're bogged down by the looks of it. Where Bastion is now. That was a bit of an unexpected Kazovac, wasn't it? But hey, we'll get the bonus point. And we're still alive and flying. Oh my goodness. See, that's what's so frustrating. You can't just bop into the F10 map. There's something horrendous going on. Jeez, almost had a heart attack. Nighthawk's limping to Bost, I think it is. That's what the? Oh my god, the F10 map's killing me. Right, I just have to point and pray. I could load the TACANs, but I can't remember how now. There's enough certainly going on in this server to keep you quite busy, isn't there? Ah, yeah, you know what? Gotta go towards those hills. I remember that much. So we'll point at the left hill. I think that takes us straight to Bastion. I can check that theory. If I go an F10, yes, perfect. Used half a tank of fuel now. Fuel quantity failure. Left and right fuel level warnings. So actually we don't know how much fuel we've got left. That's been damaged and taken out by that hit that we had going in to drop them troops off there. Bost is over that way. Tiny little airfield. It's not really good for anything, to be honest. In Lakshgar, Helmand province. Might as well just keep pressing ahead. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? They've thought about it, haven't they? So we haven't just got physical damage that's visual. They've actually showed damage to the engines and the fuel systems. No doubt as well, I would imagine the hydraulics as well. That's what I was kind of tinkering around at. I thought, have I got a hydraulic leak or not? Because that would get hairy if we do. You can see Nighthawk up ahead with his trail of smoke. He's doing very good. He's doing like really well to get that back. Should keep it low and fast. Fast in traffic, Pontiac 151, so flight of 2 inbound, both Chinooks sustained damage inbound from the south, 5 minutes. I reckon the server's probably going to reset in about, how long? 15 minutes? Not sure. Still to this day I don't know how to use the chat function on this DCS. I've obviously disabled it, but... let's fly real low. How'd you get the mirror to work? Don says there's a keybind for it. I can't remember the keybind for it though, but it's in your options. You can show and hide it basically with it. I think it's on by default though. And there's also one for show pilot, so you can hide him or you can show him. That's usually Control Shift P, isn't it? No, maybe not. That might be in the F4. Keeping her low and quick. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We've got a fuel leak. Auto rotation. Oh, it's a heavy one. Whoa, we survived! Right, hold on. Oh, it's got me anyway. Yeah, now I don't know what it's doing. It's froze. Good old DCS. It freezes so easily. What is going on with this? Oh yeah, Wes, that was a bit unexpected, that wasn't it? All of a sudden, crashed it so hard it's crashed the desktop. It killed the whole game for a more immersive experience. Let's restart it. My goodness, actually, it's probably restarting the server as well. Actually, isn't it? I wonder if that's. Has the server rebooted? Look at that sexy livery there, that 777. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, just lost everything straight away, didn't we, Wes? No indication of fuel, though, weirdly. But I thought I'd quickly turn the tanks off. I was looking for the fast suppression switches. I was going to go and hit those and then just respawn. But so maybe the server's rebooting, because it does cause crash to desktops when the server reboots, doesn't it? The thing on the left, by the way, folks, DCS SRS client, if you're not sure what it is, that's what gives you the comms. It's kind of like the VAT sim of DCS. Jeffrey, hello mate. Saw you on the server 30 minutes ago. What were you flying? You weren't in the A10, were you, buzzing around? You don't need too many buttons, Wes, I don't think, to be fair. Grizzly, ah, yes. Nice. Yeah, you were in the Chinook. Awesome. How are you finding it? Where is it? So. Oh, you know what? It's crashed to desktop because it's restarted the bloody server, hasn't it? Look. Oh, no, it hasn't. Hey ho. The one that I was on about that was really quite cool. DCS Dampy. There's nobody in it. Basically, you've got to run troops back and forth. It's quite clever. But that server's going to reboot, isn't it? What's Nighthawk? What's your ping for Blackwatch Pretense? Yeah, the Australian one there with that mega ping of 289. I can't do that because the ping's too big. But that's just rebooted. Look. 552.57. Good effort, Nighthawk. I reckon for the last couple of minutes of the server, we'll go co-pilot with somebody, or we'll go gunner position or something. What's the temperature? It's so hot. 24 degrees. It's about 30 degrees in this room with my RTX 4090. No stream tomorrow, by the way, folks, because I've got to take my motorcycle in for a service. An eye-watering price of £500 service. Apparently, has to be done every 6,000 miles, which is disgraceful, really. Actually makes me want to sell the bike and get one that doesn't have such prohibitively high maintenance costs. What should we do? Port gunner, starboard gunner. We'll go co-pilot with you, Nighthawk, if you're still buzzing around. That buzzer as well is the like kind of warning of. There you go, yeah, mission will reset sequence in 5 minutes. So actually, let's go, if I'm going to go disconnect for a second, exit server, yes. I'm going to show you this other DCS map. DCS Dampy. Operation Salad. There's loads of servers on here now, and I don't really know which ones are which, or which ones are the best. Leading Edge Afghan Discovery. It's in French, but it's based in Germany. Makes sense. Blackwatch Pretense. Could be a good one. And it's got an alright ping. J-Hog. 10-hour reset. Let's try the Blackwatch Pretense for a minute. Oh, it's got a password. Boo! Right, DCS Dampy for now. I can show you folks this. It's quite a cool server actually, and if you're looking at a way to get used to the Chinook, but actually have to do a lot of work as well, then this is quite a cool server. It's one of the ones that have got the crates and things that you can physically load in the back. There's a big issue though with the way it drops those crates. Stuart, welcome aboard, thanks for subscribing. I dropped 5 crates earlier to build a tank, and what does it do? It built the tank on me, which meant I couldn't get away from it. Nighthawk says Road to Head server PvE has quite a few CH-47. What did you just join? DCS Dampy I've joined. So this is like mission based. So we've got troops in contact here at Charlie, for example. There's Apache slots and all that as well. There's Kiowa slots, Huey slots, Chinooks. Kandahar is the goal. And there's also engagements in Alpha Bravo and Delta as well. So we've got troops bogged down there in contact. There's the Leopard 2 tank that I put down earlier, actually, bizarrely. And then there's a whole load of others as well here around Charlie. But that's quite a cool one to join. Nighthawk, should we try the Road to Head server PvE then? You're saying a few's in there, or did you want to join this one? This is DCS Dampy Blue Games. I'll show you guys it, because it's interesting. Something a bit different. Certainly a good training server as well. So again, you start cold and dark, but actually, you begin as it's loading. Bear with it. Get rid of the stupid chat. You begin at a forward operating base. There we go. Ta-da! Oh, it's still loading. Let's get ground crew and change the paint to a proper paint scheme. There we go. Yes. Lovely job. There she is. It's a bit better. There we are. Pretty good. So you're on this big old little helipad, bit sandwiched in as well, so it requires you to kind of deal with the helicopter carefully as well. We're going to go battery. Lights, APU run for 5 seconds. Pop that on mid. That's on remote for the hoist master. Emergency exits armed. APU 2. 0. Digitarmac, welcome. How are you doing? Biggles Tintin, good to see you. So we're going to get the helicopter started up, and then we're going to do a little gentle kind of hover left. A bit tricky out of this block here, and then we're going to load a load of crates up. We're going to see how much we can load to go and bolster the offensive down here at Charlie, and that's what this server is all about, basically, from what I can understand. Where is it? That's the wrong one. I want the ruler. There. So 11 nautical miles away to the front line, look. So that's all good. APU gen, backup power, power transfer, 1 and 2. Watch the blade deflections. So we'll go all the way around in a square again. And then your controls, that's good. Map. INST. Let's leave it unlocked for now. 2, crossfeed, armed, ready. That's set. Condition lever to ground. Let's do engine 2 as well, just for good measure. Engine 1 start. $50. Two. 10. 12. 14. 15. Release. Yeah, the windsock's a bit weird. It's a bit of a messy one. So that's engine 1 and 2 good. Let's move it to flight. Generators 1 and 2. Power transfer off. Don't need the pitot heats. That's already set. Tanks. Crossfeed closed. APU off. Okay, so what we mentioned before, definitely need the DS for this. We're going to have to hold on the toe brakes. We've released them now as well, and this is going to be a bit tricky. Kind of got to do this, so set the parking brake. We can load tanks and things, so we're going to go F10 other, CTLD, and then we need to go on to troop transport, load heavy group, and then I don't know if we can load even more. CTLD. Troop transport, no, we're going to go ground forces F6. Let's see. M109s, 2 crates. Go for F4. And they spawn there ahead of us. F10, CTLD, F6, F4. So there's 2. That's all it needs, isn't it? So we can then go to ground crew, rearm and refuel page, and we should be able to load them. I think we have to drop the ramp first, don't we? Probably have to get a bit closer.
Request rearming. Copy.
There we go, so they're on. There they are in the back. So we've got a heavy group and we've also now got a vehicle for them. So what do we want to go? We want 104 for 11 nautical miles. That's on auto. Brakes released. CD push release. Yeah, HOTAS Hamza. Yeah, don't worry about fuel, matey. We're all good. And look at the dust. Probably close the ramp as well. Mind that antenna. Let's rock and roll. So this one actually gives you, as Digital Merc there saying, it's called Dynamic Cargo. There it is. Got 2 crates, no pilots, no troops or anything, even though we've loaded supposedly I think 24 troops. Whereas yes, we've got an RAF livery. There's one available on the DCS forums. It's really cool. Digital Merc's asking, how do I like the hook so far? Absolutely love it. It's brilliant. Sure, it's got some limitations. Oh, actually, speaking of RWR and pop the chafe and flare system on. So again, we're going right to the front line with this now. Digital Merc, when you drop off the crates there, they spawn the vehicles, but they spawn the vehicles onto you. Is there a way to kind of drop them off in a very slight hover, you know, 20 feet, 30 feet off the ground? Yeah, we'll get on this real quick. Basically, I'll do this very briefly just to show you guys this server, and then we'll go back to a Through the Inferno. So, Night Orc, are you still in the Through the Inferno? The one that's restarted. Getting close. So it's almost good to have like a co-pilot spawns in, but actually just reads out the map stuff. So like, yeah, you're drifting left 10 degrees, 10 miles, that kind of thing. Getting close to the front line already. where that infantry is, that position, I want to drop these guys there, if I can. Looks like they're in that tree area. Where are they?
Searching.
I can't see you, boys. Oh dear. It's caught me again. Goodness sake. That's the thing, it's just, that's ridiculous, isn't it? We were barely in a zone where we would catch that, and it just throws us out the sky. Yeah, that's where the flight model stuff gets a little frustrating, because that was fine. I've seen Chinooks do far worse. What are we doing? Quit to leave server. But it's a cool little server. This the DCS. What's it called? DCS Dampy or something. DCS Dampy. Pretty swish. Right, that. Surely he's refreshed. Which one were you on about? Where's the one from Nighthawk mentioning the other servers and stuff? Rotorhead's server PvE. We'll keep going for another 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Quick glass of water. So hot in here. Ah, that's not rock. Okay, there we go. Back in. What we got? What does activity mean? That must be somebody's username. It's very confusing. It's tricked me instantly. So do I contact 1-1 there? So easy Operation Baby Cake there. I dropped troops into that previously. It's kind of equidistant between Kandahar and Bastion. So let's go to Kandahar. And then we'll head east out of Kandahar, basically. Take slot 2. Oh yes, they've restarted to this. It's the Through the Inferno server again. Nighthawk has just restarted. And now we've got beautiful sunrise. This is going to be good. WLH Junior, welcome aboard. Oh, look at that. Lovely. Very nice. Little warning for the APU. Ground crew. Rearm. Proper livery.
Request rearming. Copy.
Look at that. Amazing. Through the Inferno, yep. The one that's just restarted. It's the US one, if that makes sense.
Rearming complete.
Let's go to co-pilot second. Move some of these lights up. Look at that. So cool. They've got this bang on. So good. Let's do a quick control surface check sets. And we're gonna get the ramp open. In the back. Look at that sunrise. I'm going to go ground crew. No, we don't. We want, where is it? It's F10 map. Other. CTLD. Ground forces. Nope. F11. Troop transport, 23-man group. F5. F10. I wonder if I can load another whole load of them in here. F6. F1. F5. I already have troops on board. We tried. Okay, so we're going to go out of Kandahar. Across Helmand Province to that there where we've got folks. But there's two missions by the looks of it. There was 2 circles a second ago. This has just disappeared. I'm probably going to land them here somewhere in one of these areas or compounds. Probably wise to kind of go for that junction, nice and distant away, and then work in. We'll see how we go. 41 nautical miles. No sweat. Let's get the engine started. 1. Oh my goodness. I'll do that one as well. They're already on as well. Good. What's the air temperature at the moment? 25. Release. Put the red light on there. So we can see now the jump lights. Probably better in here. There we are, red. And there as well. We could show green as well, and it will illuminate green for the jump command. That sort of thing. Oops. A bit sloppy of me there. Feet closed, that's all good, that's down. Transfer 1 and 2 off, that's set. APU off. Ready. So what was the distance and the heading? Basically completely west for 41 nautical miles. Brakes off. I'm not going to steer towards the runway. Just going to go from here. closed? No, I haven't. Would help, wouldn't it? Part over the runway anyway, just would be good. Slight difference in wind, I think. I don't know. Oh, you know what it is? AFCS. My goodness. So if you find it's a bit wobbly and unstable like that, it's because you haven't got AFCS on. So look straight down and whack that on. Let's get RWR on as well. So power. Oh. Check. Done. 240. Westbound. Let's go over that ridge. Look at the colours and stuff here now. Look at that. This is where this map starts to really excel. Flying along in the Chinook. And we've got views like this. Look at this. Just awesome. Has anyone with the Chinook tried the landing on a cliff kind of thing as well? I'd imagine it's very difficult in this because you don't have somebody on the back saying forward 5, hold a steady, anything like that. Glimpse of a shadow there. Basically going towards the bottom of that set of mountains by the looks of it. Bit of a way to go. It's also got night vision. Let me just turn it on. No. There we go. We can turn that off. We have a little look there, look at this. Quite cool. So you have a little look, fly along. So if we were in the FOIA server, for example, is now nighttime operations, which we can have a look at if you guys want to see that. We can just kind of buzz around and experience it with the night vision goggles and stuff. There we go, there's the map in night vision mode. It's back on day. But it's not really the conditions for it. Whoi! The second you look away, it tries to kill you. I feel like I've not blinked in about 2 hours. That DCS Dampy server that we looked at a moment ago as well, every sort of 30 minutes or so, or once there's significant amounts of conflict or engagement going on in the server. If you've delivered enough troops that are pushing forwards, for example, then they spawn like MiGs and things as well that start to come into the area, which obviously then if you're in a helicopter you're extremely vulnerable to without the assistance of Apaches giving you close air support. And it's all part of the tactical planning and things. It's quite a good server to go and learn on. That's what I've spent most of yesterday on. Just popping troops left, right, centre and moving things around and trying to build tanks and giving me a good understanding of what this can do in DCS. Centurio, morning buddy. Are you joining us or are you otherwise engaged?
10 o'clock. Searching.
Look at that. Oh boy. Let the altitude come up a little bit. Yeah, I don't know what the criticism of the map is about. Ah, fair enough, Centurio. Didn't realise it's 6:30. Wait, have you moved back west? Or am I really getting my time zones messed up? Perhaps another time. Stiff neck. I like being low in this. So good. Oh, you're on vacation. Very nice. Whereabouts in the world are you? Right, it's just the second I did that, it just went nose down. Alaska, amazing. Bit chilly, no? Alright, we're making good progress. Just get around this hill. We'll head back kind of more like due west. Every time I go out of that F10 map, we're doing something crazy in the helicopter. Basically, I think we're heading straight towards the big mountains over there. Not sure if we're going all the way there though. And at any point, we don't really know with these servers, this is the beauty of it. You could be flying straight over a whole load of enemy and you just don't know until you've got an RPG fired at you or a bit of small arms fire or something. That'd be friendly.
Fixed wing, 7 o'clock, searching.
That's one just getting airborne. Friendly. Hazback 18's active. Make a quick note of that. 1A. Whoa! Off the neck.
Fixed wing, 9 o'clock, searching.
Just joined the server. Nighthawk says he's using over 55 gig of memory. What? VRAM? My goodness. Is it not? Yeah, like RAM, not VRAM. You guys get the gist. I have seen a lot of people saying that the Chinook's really heavy on performance on some systems, and I have noticed, you know, this on my RTX 4090, as smooth as this is, it is churning out some heat. Like a bit of a dig out there. Just buzzed over the top of. Peter says he's been using 64 gig of RAM for DCS ever since he's got the Apache. Oof. As in, that's how much it's using, or... I think Nighthawk's saying that he's using 55 gig of his 64 gig of RAM, which is a crazy amount. Not very well optimised, is it? Especially when you compare it against the likes of Microsoft Flight Simulator and everything that can do. Oh, we've got round 1-1 inbound to come and help. The Croc, by the looks of it. It's either that or he's about to get a friendly lock and take me out. That's happened before. Might have a bit of Cass. He's going to beat me there, no doubt. Gig of RAM, but on average for you, Peter. My goodness. I've got to come right here. I just realised I've drifted away from my line. Getting close. Bit of a shame you don't get points. When you don't get, you know, you drop, say, 20 odd troops off into theatre and they push forward and start to fight the threat. If they win, I'm not sure if they can win actually. I don't know how DCS works in that instance. I'm sure someone in the chat might know a bit more. Can they win the fight if you drop them off? Can't even for the life of me seem to keep this straight now. I'll go over this way. There's a Reaper overhead. So FA-18 is probably about to just destroy my entire plan of dropping some troops into contact. Oh my giddy arm. Almost touched the grass with that terrain rising up. Lovo successfully deployed a Strela. Well done. Alright, so we are pretty close. You watch, we're going to start getting tracer rounds towards us now. We'll be on the nose. Threats over there. Maybe we use these trees as cover. Look at that dust. I reckon I could probably get a bit closer. Right, let's bound a bit further. It's always on Dino. You can't get rid of it. It's one of the early access issues. This is ballsy now. This is what an Apache's meant to do. Pop up over the trees and brrr, take out some bad guys, not a Chinook. That garden centre. Do with a palm tree. The road. The element of surprise is gone. Windrotor Waka Waka coming in. Where is it? It's the extent of the town. I'm going to go over here. The threat's over there. Just keeping an eye for Tracer. This is where we need a co-pilot. We've been bold before and it paid off, didn't we? We shall be bold again. Not there. There. Oh, look at that. Just great, isn't it? Waka waka. Oh. There's a screenshot. How far have we got? About there. Well, maybe we can get a bit closer.
Fixed wing, 12 o'clock, searching.
Let's see if we can get closer. I know I'm being daring here, but we have nothing to lose. Perhaps a lot to gain. Ooh, mind the wheels. Nothing can go wrong. Let's go right to the edge of this house thing here. Wonder if that's close enough. Now we have, if we get tracers towards, there's very little I can do. I haven't got the energy for it. I'm hoping they're in the direction of the other side of that house. Chuffing neck, yeah, did you see that? We just started getting tracer rounds. Right from the other side of that house. Right, let's get these guys off. F10. F6. Troop transport, unload. Good luck, folks. Go take them out. Off they go. Somebody's told them there's a KFC over that way. Have I figured out the nav system yet? Centuria is asking. Yeah, I think so. Try and get up this hill. Just a little bit. Brakes on. I'm tempted to try and follow them. So we were getting tracer rounds. There they are. Oh my goodness, they're off. We were getting tracer rounds from like here. We're blocked by that house. So wherever it is, aha, there they are. Oops. There's the bad guys. Oh my goodness. The drone camera controls in DCS are so bad. Yeah, there they are. Honestly, the worst camera system in the world. That's quite cool. Those troops there have got stuck. Of course they have. Brilliant. Why wouldn't have they? Stupid people. Can I load? Just want to go up. Why can't I go up? There we go. Can I load? Is there a way to load them troops there that are in that thing into the Chinook? Maybe I could do like load nearby troops. F10. F6. You are not in a pickup zone. Get rid of the brakes. This could go horribly, horribly wrong. Hello guys, you're not doing very good at this. F10, F6, Troop transport. Extract troops. No. No one to unload. Steer enabled. I mean, look at that. They are of no use to anybody. They just stood there. F10, F6, troop transport, extract. F10, F6, F4. No, F11. You're not in a pickup zone. F6. Right, oh well, screw it. F10, let's go for search and rescue. 93 kilometers, nah. You can get rescued by someone else. I mean, there's a fair few that have pushed all up there though. Look, they're still ahead. It's just these guys here have all got stuck. Some of them have got the RPGs, which is a bit of a tactical disadvantage for these guys with the M4s. But they're getting close. I guess in a way we just need to wait to see how they get on. Should we watch? I've actually never seen what happens. I can't believe they're just stuck. And they're just in like a line. It's almost like they froze. There's just like one man. There's one man down there. Where was he? He was in the trees. Why are they running in slow motion? He's just in the field, look, walking. Got a bit of a way to go though. I'm heavily outnumbered. Where can I drop a whole load of other people off? I could come in down through this bit, couldn't I? Through the trees. Bonk a load of resupply there. Leave this cannon fodder to do a very bad job of getting out of that compound that they seem to have got themselves stuck in. The worst drone camera in all of Flight Sim. Anyway, let's close the thingy. Okay, let's have a look, see if it's closer. There's a Chinook coming in here actually, hopefully to drop a load of stuff off. Is it closer to get to Bastion? 43 or Kandahar 42. Kandahar. Interesting. We'll plonk it on them. Go for the runway, because that's actually closer. That's 41 nautical miles. Let's watch, there's a Chinook coming in, so let's watch him. Because I do like watching everyone else's efforts as well, I think it's pretty cool. MPS, hello buddy. What is going on? Oh, there we go. Where's this other Chinook? Oh, there he is. Oh! They made it out! Oh yeah, go get them. Just as I thought, there was no hope. Get to the chopper! He's there. I think he's lead. No, he's not. Where's Point? Point's here. There he is. Oh, they're so close. There was a Chinook over there dropping some people off. Oh, there he's all the way over there. It's miles away. I wonder if we can get there and back quick enough. Where's my chopper? Yes, bad boys. Lovely. Right. Let's see if we can help the effort here. Bearing in mind, if we go high, then we're definitely dead. Make sure the steering wheel's locked. Get away from this compound. I don't know where Kazavak 9 is. I'm going to get the nose down, get the speed up, get away. 60 loaded troops into Chinook, that's not me. Okay, F10. Search and rescue, active. 85, they're miles away. Private Ryan. I'm not saving him. Right, let's get out of here. We'll see if we can resupply and get back with some additional troops. Whoa! Into the sun, it's quite difficult. .091. Keeping it fluid, keeping it quick. I think that road goes all the way back to past Kandahar, but I'm not sure. In fact, those big mountains over there, I think, leads to Kandahar. Jesus. Oh, Bolt Baldwin one was in the server yesterday. He's just dropped a load of troops into combat himself. Fuel status check. We're good. No damage. So we've got reliable system indication there. Big thanks to everyone who's hit the like button so far today. It's nice to see some of you enjoying the DCS things. A bit of rotor work as well. Centurio says grey flag is normally where he does troop transport and it seems to work better. Is that password protected server? I've not seen a grey flag one. But I have found with the Chinook, the Through The Inferno servers aren't the most well optimised for the helos. Balsley as well, saying the same. Yeah, the master caution, it's super frustrating. Oh, fair enough, Centurio.
Radar. 12 o'clock. Searching.
New rotor ops dynamic server, Digital Merc says as well. I can't see that. Is that with an Afghanistan map, or is it one of like, the others like the Caucasus? And is that password protected as well? Oh, Syria, that's why it's not in my head. On my list. Syria is a good server to be on though. It's cool for Chinooks and stuff, but I love the Afghanistan map. Is there a Rotorhead Afghanistan server? Feels like it was ages since we passed that mound. Put it on lock. Yeah, keybinds are fine. We are miles and miles away from those search and rescues. That would be for Bastion to deal with, not Kandahar by the looks of it. We'll have somebody just plonked a random generator in the middle of the city there as well. I really want to see how the folks are doing that we dropped off, but I can't because it takes too long in the F10 map. Get stable. That's the other thing with DCS, you click away from the screen into your different screen and it locks all your controls. Still at 9, so probably about 20 miles, 15 miles to run to Kandahar. I think it's the other side of that mountain, wasn't it? Oh yeah, what a way to go. Carrier ops would be cool with this, dropping off and taking people to ships and things. That would be quite good because it'd be tricky as well on trying to land this on a carrier that's moving as well. Ollie says, how does DCS performance compare to Microsoft Flight Simulator performance? Is it on a similar level of visual quality? It's a good question. Not really, no. It doesn't really compare. Microsoft Flight Simulator's visuals are just second to none. They're unmatched and unrivaled by any simulator so far today. Performance-wise as well, Microsoft Flight Simulator I think seems more optimised when you're looking at some of these higher fidelity aeroplanes. You look at the PMDG 777 and the 737 for example, amazing performance, great graphics. This on my RTX 4090 runs absolutely fine, but it's pumping out heat, and a lot of people have said that they are finding it a little bit of a stutterfest.
3 o'clock. Searching. Radar. 12 o'clock. Searching.
That looks probably the Kandahar radar. Mostly Afghanistan for stutters right now, Digital Merc says. Yeah, the performance of the map itself hasn't been great. When the map first got released, in fact, I was getting stutters on my RTX 4090, which really worried me. I thought if I'm having performance issues with the Afghanistan map, then God knows what people with RTX 2070 Supers and things are having. But it looks like, from what a lot of people are saying, it looks like it's more of a thing with RAM. You know, it's eating so much RAM. I wonder if I can find out how much mine's using now. Let's have a look. VRAM 91%. My GPU is on 100%. My RTX 4090, Microsoft Flight Simulator uses about 30-40% of my RTX 4090, and about 80%, 90% VRAM, depending on how much I'm really pushing it. 44% RAM, which is 64 gig DDR5. CPU's at 7%. So it's maxed out my graphics card. This has. That's not great on performance, is it? Crikey, that's really shocked me. But I have got all of the graphics set right to maximum as well in DCS, to be fair. So I suppose my experience is equivalent to someone else that might have got theirs optimised for their graphics card in DCS with this as well. It's hard to actually spot Kandahar. The sun is so bright. But it's on the nose, further up south of those hills there. So we bopped over those on the way in. Or on the way out, rather, I should say. I I do like the southern Afghanistan bit with all this kind of lush greenery in the rivers. Orbex haven't really updated the Cola map in a while either, have they? Yeah, that was they've provided, I think, winter textures now. But beyond that, they've still got vast areas left to complete. Liam, hello. DCS is multiplayer, mate. We're in a multiplayer server. There's people with fast jets doing missions above us. There's people with helicopters doing the same as us. Ah, okay, that's good to know, actually. Oh, we've got a Kiowa that we're about to overtake, but I can't see him because the sun is so bright. He's here somewhere. Oh, I've got him, he's on the nose. A bit far away still. But precariously balanced. Whoa, yeah, see, that's the bloody F10 map with the controls here. There's the Kiowa. I'm just going to pop that onto here. Give him a little bit of chafe or flare. Woo, gooey! He didn't give us any back though. Boo. Centurio, you're in an Apache. Amazing. I've got to find Kandahar. I think that's it over there. Yeah, that looks like a big old base. Start to bring this power up. Whereas you don't really need many keybinds, you need collective cyclic for the axes. What else have I got? I've got lights on and off for the beacon. And you need a steering thing, so I've got keybinds and things set for the steering. Ground steering. I've got keybinds for the mode selector switches for the kind of flare and chafe system. Kind of it. Whereabouts are you, Centurio? Ah, I've got you. Pale Horse 41 over there. Yeah, DCS's add-ons are wildly expensive, Liam. Grossly expensive. Oh, there's a Chinook. Oh yeah, right, to go underneath him. Gonna go for a rolling touchdown. He says, with a bit of drift. Try and sort that drift out. Ah, that'll do on the grass. So I've unlocked the steering. I'm going to just spin that wheel right a little bit, centre, left. Dab a bit of toe brakes. Yeah, you don't want all of them, Liam, matey. You just want a few. So you could buy a Chinook and a jet or something, for example, or the Apache, depending on what your preference is, really. Great seeing so many Chinooks here now. What we got? So F10. fact, we go F12, come out of that. I just want to have a little look, see how our troops are doing that we've just dropped off. So I'm going to hold on the brakes. Oh, they're still moving. Oh, they've got themselves stuck. I reckon we do some sort of mortar group then. And that would be within mortar range there, wouldn't it? So 42 miles, 270 degrees. F10. CTDL's Dewberry. Load mortar squad. I don't know if it actually says you can hit targets with them. I don't know. We'll do another 23-man group. I don't really know how all of this works. 6-man platoon. Paul, welcome. Anti-air, don't need that. Anti-tank, don't need that. Load mortar squad. We'll do another 23-man group. Why not? And we also need fuel, potentially. We're going to go ground crew, rearm, refuel. What are we at? 69%.
Request refueling. Request rearming. Copy.
Fixed wing, 2 o'clock, searching.
Okay, that looks good. So, pop the SDS off. Let's get a bit snazzy. Whoa. Whoa. So hard doing it in this view. Like near on impossible. That was close, wasn't it? Crikey. Ground crew, no we don't, we want F10. What about the CSAR mission? Active CSAR, how far? 120, way too far away. Oh, thank you. Let's just go from here, shall we? Left, right.
Fixed wing, 4 o'clock, searching.
Steady, 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 steady. Look at that shadow. So that's back armed again. Oh, AFCDS. Oh, it's almost nauseating when you forget that. Got one run left in me. We go to the right of that mountain over there, don't we?
Fixed wing, 12 o'clock, searching.
Is the most I've ever focused flying anything in a sim. So intense. Definitely managed to knock the rust off though, so I'm keeping the energy in the hover transition to landing and all that kind of stuff. More of a view, like wingman view almost. Great if you could drop troops out from the air and stuff. Let's turn the light off. And more beacon flashing. It's worth saying as well, I tested this the other day. I tested this morning in fact. I managed to sustain a bit of an engine fire, having gone into a bit of conflict by accident in this. And the Chinook did well. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to plonk it in a river. It wasn't too dissimilar to that, but I managed to get it in the river. I just fell through the water basically, and then it recognised as a crash rather than me landing successfully on land, which is a bit of a shame. So I've read somewhere somebody mentioned on a forum they were looking forward to sort of having it float. It can't do that sadly. It's like flying as the co-pilot. Weird. Which is odd because in an aeroplane, in a flight sim, we live in this seat. But this has now totally changed my point of reference. that'll be the big Reaper drone high in the sky above where we were dropping them troops off earlier. Just got to try and keep the heading now. 270. It's easier for me to see actually on this one without the map overlay, in fact. And that's track, so that's good. It's not even heading. Somehow zoom in a bit more on this. Bloody heck. There we go. Right, how far this was away. Gotta go past that little hill still. Crikey. The F-15 or FA-18 rather, that would have kind of just been done in the blink of an eye.
Radar. 6 o'clock. Searching.
From who? Not tomorrow, but what day is it tomorrow? Tuesday. On Thursday, what do you guys want to see us do? Do you want to see Microsoft Flight Simulator? Do you want to see us jump into like the Rotorhead server on DCS with this and try and do something a bit more purposeful in a bigger DCS server? Let us know in the live chat while you're here. If it's Microsoft Flight Simulator, what do you want us to see us flying and all that sort of stuff as well? Help narrow all that down. The MD-11 has been taken away from New Sky. Again, it's been taken off it because TFDI Designs, once again, have still not got the barometric altitude stuff sorted out. So it's not sending the data out in the sim, unfortunately. Which means we can't use it properly on New Sky still. Very frustrating. Whereas, yeah, Microsoft Flight Simulator pay loads. They set the prices a lot lower because thousands of more users are basically buying the stuff and downloading it all. This is the thing. You know, if DCS was more affordable, I think they'd probably find a lot more people in it. But it's a very niche sim because of the price. You know, like Liam said there, that's on a half price rate as well, isn't it? I think they do for your first order 50% off still. The £3,200 for all of the add-ons is just crazy silly. Getting close. But you don't need to buy all of that stuff, that's the thing in DCS. For me, I'll be quite happy with my FA-18 until a Eurofighter Typhoon arrives, naturally. And I'm quite happy with the Chinook, buzzing around Afghanistan.
Radar. 7 o'clock. Searching.
Because ultimately you don't need all the maps and all the stuff, as hard as it is to resist. No, that's the ground troops that the other guy dropped off. He's dropped them off a bit too far. Now, hopefully we won't be waiting too long for the 777 freighter, Liam. We're honing him pretty quick here, actually. Crikey, 150 knots. I don't remember where that compound was from before. Don't want to overcommit and then get sucked right into the battle and then get shot down. It's a lot further up though, isn't it? Yeah. Practice over there. Bring us right down here so we can avoid that enemy fire. Tree line up there, isn't it? $120. Oh, there's them big things. Oh, I've still got a bit to go then. Oh, actually, it's them fields up there, isn't it? Alright, let's keep to 80 knots. And the altitude's probably good. Don't want to drift away from these trees because they're going to be useful cover. Ashley says, I wouldn't be surprised if for this 777 freighter being released sometime this August. He says, RSR did say there's an update coming for the 737 in September, which he also said would be after the 777 freighter, so put 2 and 2 together there to guess. That'd be ideal, hopefully before I go away. I'd like to share some content with you guys with the freighter, no doubt, of course, naturally. Yeah, it could be like the 30th of September, couldn't it? Trying to spot the house that we dropped them off at earlier, like the kind of compound. Look at that shadow. Getting right into the thick of it here. I feel like I could become DCS's best Chinook pilot. They get a distinguished flying cross for not taking risks. Yeah, Lucas.
Roger, check.
Got a HOTAS. I know I'm safe here, so I'm going to just plonk her down. Hold her on the brakes. Wow, that's close, isn't it? So, across the next ridge. See how we do. That zoom was very distracting there. I have to actually sit up on my seat here so I can stay low and assess everything, find a nice little spot to drop into. If I get too high, there we go, see? Tracers. Whoa. Oh, we're in the trees. This is not survivable. Oh! Chuffing heck! Let's see if I can get these guys out quick. F8. No, F10. There's nothing quick about this. F6. Troop transport. Extract. There you go. Count your chickens, folks. You're alive. Now, damage assessment. Oh my goodness, they're still getting us. They're in full-blown battle now. Have we got enough? No. Come on, girl. You can do it. Oh look, they're dead. I think we've gone a bit too close. Right, there's nothing for it. Let's see if the fire suppression stuff works. Yes. Right, someone can come and rescue me, that'd be really great. Oh look, it's on the same look, engine's off. And it's just gone, nah, you're dead. Well, there we go. Looks like DCS has decided to crash again. Is that what? Hold on a second, you're meant to die, but you haven't. How odd, crash the desktop. Anyway, join us, maybe in 2 days from now. Let us know what you want in our Discord server. I'll need to set a stream up for yesterday. For in 2 days from now, I'll need to do it tomorrow. So let us know in the live chat what you fancy the most, and depending on what that is, we'll get it sorted. But in the meantime, as always, hit like before you head off. I hope you've enjoyed today. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. We'll get some more DCS content as well, no doubt. If lots more people like it and enjoy it, then I'll bring more of it. But we've got to build that first, because it's always quite low-level streams, aren't they, really? But in the meantime, as always, wherever you are in the world, enjoy the rest of the day, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Thanks for watching.